So the climate of my favorite PE class, I have to say, was probably my middle school years minus the 1 year I had the other teacher. So 6th grade, I had a male PE teacher, and he was really awesome. And then 7th grade, they gave me the female PE teacher, who was very mean, and she was grumpy all the time. And I was probably the worst example of a teacher that I've ever met in my life. One of them. And then the next year I had the same one I had in 6th grade. And his climate for all of his classes was go out there and do your hardest and try your best, because giving up isn't an option kind of deal. And I thought that was more of a safe environment and a more conducive learning environment for a classroom of students, especially in PE, because isn't that where you're supposed to learn how to fail just to succeed? I mean, it should be for every classroom, but eventually, you're learning a new task that you've probably never done before. Like, I never learned how to golf, but he taught me how to golf. So, not that I like golfing, kind of boring, but I learned how to golf. I never knew I knew what archery was because of Robin Hood, right? But I never knew how to do it, but he taught me how to do it, and I actually did really well at it. And he fostered that. So that climate was always this, we're all together, we're all learning. Then there is no cliques allowed in his class. For the life of me, I probably couldn't pass his mile time that he expected of me because I was so tall. But it is what it is. I never had any issues with him. There was never a disrespect. There was never miscommunication. He was just one of those mellow, easygoing, here's what we got to do. And if I didn't get it or if I couldn't understand it, he modified it. And then we would come back to that modification and change that modification towards a more realistic and, the proper way of doing something. Or he modified the rules and took away one of the handicaps he gave me, or whatever. So it was conducive, and it was constructive, and it wasn't something that was hard for a kid to do. So that's what I think is the best climate for a PE class, is always being able to meet the kid where they're at and allow them to be, allow them to be, not afraid to learn.